Do you want to make money with an online business? Well, I've got exciting news for you because today I'm going to show you how you can do $100 in profit this week if you hustle and you work long enough. Coming up next.
Let me see you put 'em up. Reach the sky, touch the stars up above. Cause it's one time for the underdog. One time for the underdog.
Hey guys, this is Broke to Beast, where we make videos about starting your own business, online or offline, as well as follow along my own journey. Before we start, if you like entrepreneurship and business content, make sure you go down below and subscribe because we post videos every day about helping you achieve your success. Alright, so today I'm going to show you how you be able to make $100 in profit by the end of this week. This is not a scam, this is actually a really viable business venture that you can go through. And the amount of money you make actually depends on the amount of hours you put. And so the more hours you put, the more likely to make $100 or even more. And if you put in less hours, which is fine, you can do less than that, maybe $50. So what business model am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about flipping phones. My channel is mostly all about flipping phones, but also other types of businesses. So today I'm going to talk about flipping phones, which is near to my heart, because I actually do it myself, and I have been doing it since 2018, around 8 months now. And I've had some pretty good success. In my first month, I did around $1,000 in profit, and you can see that video in the description below. And after that, I've had months that I was more up and months that was down. But all in all, I'm doing a pretty good side income with phone flipping. And you know, it's up to you. Some of you might want to do maybe 10,000, might want a full-time income with this type of business, or even more, 20,000, or even upwards of that if you build an actual brand. Some of you might just want, you know, a side income of $500 per month. That's good enough too. It's up to you to decide how far do you want to take this business model. Now, I'll get to the full guide in a sec, but I have some good news for you, because if you're interested in starting this business model of phone flipping, and if you want some help from me, personal help by coaching and with a free call, you can actually go in the comments below and comment your email, and I'll choose the first 5 people that comment their email and saying that I want the free coaching, and I'll be able to contact you through email, and we'll arrange a coaching call so I can help you guys start out your own phone flipping business. If you don't actually win one of those 5 spots, I might consider giving you a free call as well, if you really need to start a business and start making money. So be sure to go in the comments below so I can help you guys out to start your own phone flipping business. Alright, so how do you do phone flipping? Well, to be honest, it's very simple. It's just, you have to make sure you master every single part of the process. There are 3 main steps for the process to work when flipping phones. You need a place to buy phones and source phones from. You need to be able to prepare the phones, the documents, and everything necessary in order to sell the phones. And then you need a place to actually sell the phones. And then in between all of these steps, you need a way to get the phones, so you can receive it by post or you can meet up with people. And you need a way to sell people, so you can meet up with them or you can sell them through eBay or online and send them by post. So phone flipping is all about mastering these 3 steps is all about finding ways to get a different price in the buy and the sell. So get a lower price in the buy zone, where you buy a phone for $100 maybe, and then you get your phone prepared in order to sell it for example, $150. So you always make a profit and you make money doing that. Because if you just sell it for $100 and you sell it for $110, you know, there's a $10 profit, but I wouldn't say that's good enough unless you're doing volume. You're selling a lot of phones at once. So if you want to maximize your profit, you can go both ways. You can follow the way of selling a lot of phones with a lot of volume but very low profit, or you can sell fewer phones but much higher profit. It's up to you. But what's important to remember is that you need to master each of the 3 steps. Now let's start with the simplest one, which is the middle. Once you get the phones and you're ready to sell them, what do you need to do? Well, there are a few things that you can actually do. The first one is to get all the paperwork necessary in order to sell the phone. So if you want to set up a warranty for people when you sell them the phone, or if you want to take really good photos, you need a kind of a studio set you can make yourself. I've made videos before on this channel talking about how to make your own studio set to take really good photos. But basically it's just having a white background with a stand where you can put your phone like a professional would, but it's really cheap actually. It's under $5. And you need also to write really good listings where you're going to sell your phone. So yeah, that step is taken care of. That's the easiest one. The other ones are where the hard work comes in, because a lot of times people don't want to put in the hours. This business is not really linear, so it's not like you work 3 hours and you sell 3 phones. And if you work 6 hours, you sell 6 phones. It's kind of like that, but it does get better the more hours you work. So it gets more efficient the more hours you work, because the process of picking up phones and selling phones, yes, that does take time. But if you condense it all in at one time, you'll save a lot more time. So maybe in the future, if you sell 3 phones, if you work 3 hours, you sell 3 phones. But if you extend that to 10 hours, maybe you'll sell 13 phones. So see what I'm talking about? You can actually become more efficient the more phones you sell per day or per week. So let's talk about how to actually find phones. So there are a few ways that you can find phones. There's a lot of websites online that you can actually find phones, but a good thing to have in mind is to understand how much are you actually going to sell those phones for. So if the place where you sell is the same price as you're buying, you're not making profit, right? So you have to understand what prices can you pay for phones in order to make a profit when you sell them. So imagine you're going to sell on eBay. You have to go on eBay and look at sold listings for that specific model that you're looking at. And you have to understand that you have to account for also the fees on eBay. And by knowing that, you can understand how much you can actually pay for the model originally. However, if you sell it locally, for example, it can have a lot more variables. But it's a good idea to have an Excel sheet or just a document that says what's the maximum you're willing to pay for a specific phone. Also, a good thing to think about is to start looking for a supplier, somebody who can sell you phones, so you don't have to waste time texting a lot of people and trying to get deals. But you can still do that. It's up to you. I myself, for example, I've done both ways. I have ads on Facebook groups that say that I buy phones, and people contact me constantly to try to sell me phones, and I only choose the best. But I also have a supplier in the UK, because the prices on eBay in the UK are so low that I can actually buy in the UK, ship them over here, and then even sell them for a profit, like 33% profit margin on the phone, which is great. And I also sell it with warranty as well, because they offer warranty in the UK, but I'll fix the phones myself. So yeah, you have to see where you live in the world. If you live in the US, this is very doable. You can actually just put up ads on Craigslist as well, that you buy phones locally and then flip it on Craigslist as well, or you can put it on eBay and sell it to the whole country. There's lots of ways to do this, and all types of phones work. I usually recommend to start with iPhones and Samsungs. Don't limit yourself to that. You can go into a lot of different electronics. And of course, now you need to find a way to sell your phones. Now, usually there's 2 ways that you can sell your phones: online or offline. Offline is usually locally, or if you have stores in other cities, it's locally as well, but it's in other places. But that's more advanced. Usually it's locally when you post ads online or maybe on the streets, and people contact you and you meet up with people personally and you sell them the phone in person. However, you can also sell them online. You can sell it on eBay, on Craigslist. You can even sell it on the place you bought the phone. It's not mandatory to go into a different place. Just because you bought it in Craigslist doesn't mean you can't sell on Craigslist. The only issue sometimes is that if prices usually are very stable in a specific platform, this means that you'll have to wait a longer time if you raise your price to make a profit. So just be wary of that. And also look into the demand and supply of a specific platform, because if you can find platforms online that have a lot less people selling and a lot more people interested in buying, then you can actually raise your price, because you know that people are gonna still want to buy your phones. And another thing is also that some electronics in platforms can actually have a difference in price. And a cool thing is also that different electronics can actually have different demand and supply atmospheres in a specific platform. So it's not the same for every single electronic. So for example, in the Craigslist of my country, which is called OLX, I actually found a kind of a gap hole where people were selling iPads for really cheap, where I could actually flip them for a lot more in the same platform, and people were willing to pay for that, which was amazing. I didn't even have to lower the price. It was great. And I would also buy those iPads and then sell them on Facebook as well. And yeah, so that's how the process works. Now, this may seem a little bit confusing, because if you're just starting out and you've never heard of phone flipping, you'll be like, well, what is this? How can I make money with this? Especially at the end of the week. So I can understand that. And so if you really want somebody to help you out and hold you by the hands, I'm giving away my free time, free calls for you guys to start your own phone flipping business. And there's no scams, nobody has to pay. I just want to offer free help so people can start their own businesses wherever you live. And so the first 5 people that say I want the free coaching call and post their email in the comments will get a free coaching call, and I'll contact you through email so we can set up a schedule to talk about phone flipping and how you can start your business. Anyways, I hope this helped you understand how phone flipping works and how you can actually start your own phone flipping business wherever you live and start making money this week, like I made myself. I started making money in the first week that I started phone flipping. And it wasn't even in the US, which is much easier to start. It was in Portugal. So if I can do it, you can also do it as well. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments below and post your emails as well so you can win the free coaching call. And if you like this type of content, please leave a like and subscribe because we post videos every day to help you achieve your success with business and phone flipping. And I hope this helped. And until next time, peace.